Hey there, econ nerds, it's Jacob Clifford, and today we're talking about government intervention. That's right, the government is stepping in to fix our economy. But do they really fix anything, or do they just make it worse? We'll break it down. Taxes, price controls. So grab up your graph paper and let's dive in, because this is about to get econic.
Price ceilings and price floors are an excellent way for the government to intervene in the economy. The government can set binding price floors above the equilibrium in order to keep prices high, or they can put a price ceiling beneath the equilibrium position in order to. A price floor below equilibrium or a price ceiling above equilibrium will do nothing since they are not binding, as there is no reason for the equilibrium position to move. Both binding price floors and ceilings result in a misallocation of resources which causes dead weight loss. A price ceiling for rent could cause housing shortages because there isn't an incentive to rent more living spaces, and people still need more. A price floor on apples could result in a surplus of them, as not as many people want to buy apples at the new higher price.
Hi, my name is Dave Ramsey. A caller asked, what is an excise tax and what does it do? So let me tell you what an excise tax is, folks. So it's basically a sneaky little tax on specific goods, things like gas, cigarettes, or alcohol, the stuff you shouldn't be buying in the first place. It's basically the government's way of saying, hey, stop that, or at least pay up if you're going to keep doing it. Raises the price of those items so people buy less of them. It's like the government putting a budget on you without asking. But here's the kicker. It doesn't just hurt you as a consumer, it can hit the producers too. It shifts the supply curve and makes sure that everyone's just a little bit poorer. But hey, if you're not buying vices, it doesn't hurt you, right? So my advice, skip the smokes, skip the gas guzzler, and skip the government's sneaky little tax grab.
Who's paying these taxes, you might ask? Well, the answer depends all on relative elasticity. The more elastic that a demand is for the good, the more that the producers will pay for it. This is because an inelastic demand has consumers that aren't very responsive to price changes. So, if the price goes up due to a tax, they'll still be buying. Unlike an elastic demand curve, in which if the price goes up a little due to, say, a tax, then they'll lose lots of the consumers, which is why the producers pay the tax. Finally, I'd like to invite my friends Milton Friedman and Joe Biden to speak.
Well, I can go first. Government intervention is a necessary thing because it helps us to deal with externalities. Things like pollution from fossil fuels and smoke from cigarettes can be taxed, and things like vaccines, which are positive, can be subsidized. Don't go too far there, Joe Biden. Government intervention causes a misallocation of resources and deadweight loss. The free market is able to guide itself. You and your government just spend, even when you don't need to. Well, would you look at that, Jack? I guess there is a healthy balance of letting the government intervene, but also stepping back and letting the free market control its own destiny.